Hello, Pisces. Let's hope this works. I tried to say like 4 or 5 different times, and I was unable to. I could not. So let's give some love to Pisces. Thank you for your patience. I know I was late this month, but Mercury retrograde, and I have a bunch of projects and working overtime, sick, you know, all the excuses. But I really want to give you a good reading. So, Spirit, what can you tell us, Pisces, and all those who love Pisces? 1 second. This is driving me nuts. Maybe it's driving you nuts, too. Let's take off the jingle bells. Okay. Pisces, and all those who love Pisces, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Please surround us with the one not loving God. Give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all, for Pisces, and all those who love Pisces, for Pisces, and all those who love Pisces, for Pisces, and all those who love Pisces. Woo! Okay. Yeah, we'll take them. We'll take them. You might be dealing with an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. I have the Knave of Wands. The Knave of Wands is my girls just want to have fun card. And so it's like this guy is giving this woman a gift, but I feel like it's like a fun gift, right? So like if you were to get a gift from like the Pinnacle suit, right? Like an earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, it would be like, you know, orthopedic shoe inserts or something, right? It'd be something very practical to help you, but this is like fun gift, right? So you could be receiving a gift, or you could just be in like a state of fun, which is great. But I also see the Knight of Wands over here, so definitely you could be dealing with an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. But again, this could be your energy, and they could be a lot of fun, but they could be someone who goes in and out of your life, because when the Knight of Wands is reversed, he's a player. He's a player, and he, you know, he has a high sex drive, and he takes it where he can get it. He might even be a little, he might get bored easily. Fire signs are very sexy, very popular, very fun, like life of the party, exciting, right? Fiery, fun to be around. But they have trouble with holding their interest sometimes. And this could definitely be like a romantic partner, because we have the Knight. Knights are lovers for me. We also have the Knight of Chalices. So this could be you. In this situation, we have 2 Knights here. Looks like they're moving in the same direction. But they're just going about it in different ways. But these two are both about emotion. This Knight of Wands character, he's about emotion of the loins, right? He's about emotion of the gut. He's like, anything that we have instincts about, anything that we have like passion about, that's his emotions. But the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Chalices, he's more about like feelings in our heart. So this is probably you and how you navigate things. You could also be dealing with another Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. And the Knight of Cups is someone, he's like the knight in shining armor, sweeps you off your feet, will you know, give you like roses and love poems and all that stuff. And this could, I mean, this could be the same person. This could be like them in and out of your life doing this like roses and love poems things, but then they go out and do roses and love poems with someone else. Only you will know if this is speaking to you. I always think that the Knight of Cups is someone a little bit more stable, like they're in it for more of the long haul, but they do kind of get, the shadow side of them is they do kind of get, like addicted to love, and they have a bunch of like, options, because they, want that fireworks, like big romance, right? We have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a card about nightmares, worries, anxieties, sleepless nights. Because it's upside down, that's great for you, because that means that you are coming out of a period where you are getting more sleep. You're not having as many sleepless nights. You might have some anxieties in your waking life, but they aren't carrying on into the nighttime. In this, we see a man who is in a bird cage, and he's sulking. He has a sad face. I don't know if you can see it, but he's sulking. He wants to be out of the cage, and it's like, buddy, the door's open. step out of that cage. So it's like this self-imprisonment thing, right? And we see birds over here, and so it's like birds belong in that cage. Man does not belong out of that cage. Just step yourself out and walk out of that cage. And so whenever it's reversed, it's like you are getting out of that cage. You're realizing, like, this is self-entrapment. What am I doing? I'm getting out of this mess. That's all, like, our thoughts too. We have the Five of Pentacles reversed, and Five of Pentacles is a card about feeling left out in the cold, abandonment, neglect. In this deck, it's a little different. Typically, it shows a couple, like a threadbare couple, who are outside of a church in the snow. And the advice, excuse me, the advice is to just walk into the church and ask for help. In this deck, you could be dealing with health issues because we have a little doctor's office here and then an old man waiting. So because this is reversed, this is telling me that you could be, you could have recently found out about a health diagnosis, or you could be getting help from your doctor, which is great. But it's like, if you have had a health matter that has left you feeling like, why God, why me? It's like you're finding the right people to give you the right diagnoses, help you with your health. So it's like you are receiving the help that you need, and you're asking for the help that you need. We also have the Ace of Swords, which is perfect to what I was saying, because it's like, if you get this diagnosis, then you have the truth. In this Ace of Swords, the Ace of Swords is a card about truth, about victory, about ideas, thoughts, a new thought, a new truth. And in this deck, we see a labyrinth, and, you know, it's like this big maze, and it's difficult to get to the end, but the hand of God comes out, and he points down to where you're supposed to go, right? And so it's like sometimes we get too focused looking like left and right through this maze that we don't look up at the sky, up to God, to see like, oh, this is my way out of it. So this might have been whatever, like, news you were waiting on. It doesn't have to be a health matter, but whatever news you were waiting on, it's like you were looking at it through a, I'm getting the word linear, but so that could mean, you know, something for some of you, but you were looking at it through a very, like, typical way of going about things, trying to get to the end of something. And so now you have received a new perspective from, like, out of nowhere, which is great. We have the Four of Swords right here. So this is like another health matter. So health might be a factor in a lot of you guys, but he has a cane here and he has a cane right here. The Four of Swords is a card about taking a rest, about taking a break, relaxing, retreat. And so sometimes, you know, for some of you, this could mean that you're not getting enough rest. But I think for others of you, it's like, once you have discovered this truth, once you have got clarity over this issue, once you have got the right diagnosis, then you can, like, move again, right? You can, like, get going again. I feel like you're, like, coming out of, like, a cocoon period, or like this period of, like, not knowing and kind of being, like, immobile. And so now I feel like movement, like you're getting out of this maze, right? You're coming out of, I don't know, being stuck. Let me know, Pisces. Let me get you a few more cards for Pisces and all those who love Pisces. Again, I love this for you. We have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card about feeling trapped, like being trapped in our thoughts. So it's a lot like this Nine of Swords. In this particular deck, we see a woman who is running down the stairs, and she's half naked, carrying a blanket over her body, and ghosts are chasing her down the stairs. So you could have felt, like, haunted by your thoughts, and just on, like, a hamster wheel of thoughts, right? And I think with this card in this deck, it's like, because you have it reversed, right? So it's like telling your ghosts, like, cool it, dudes, you know, like telling your thoughts, like, don't haunt me, like setting boundaries with, if you are actually experiencing paranormal activity, I feel like this is setting boundaries with those spirits. I know a lot of Pisces You know, it's funny. Pisces is like associated with like psychic, medium, like other realms and the other side. But I actually know a lot of Pisces who are atheists. So it's like, I mean, like, Pisces has like, in my personal life, the like most atheists I've ever experienced. So it's just funny what each sign stands for and how they can deviate. But if you are experiencing talking to spirits, I mean, if you're watching this video, then you're probably not an atheist, and you probably do believe in like paranormal and ghosty stuff, because we're all in that new agey, hippy dippy, witchy world, right? But if you are experiencing that, I feel like you're setting firm boundaries with your ghosts and kind of like making peace with your demons. We have the Five of Swords here, and this deck is so different. So it's a little different message. It's usually about like conflicting thoughts, which we have been dealing with here, and we've been dealing with here. But this is like, it's like a conflict of ideas. So usually it's among like two or more people, and so we have a problem, and each person has a different way of solving that problem, and so they like battle it out, right? They debate it out. In this particular deck, it's very solitary, so this could be like multiple thoughts in your head that you're having to battle, like which one is better. I don't know. And I see like, you know, this woman is outside of the door. There's growth on the outside of the door. So it's like all you need is to cut away the thoughts that aren't working, right? Say goodbye, ghost, to the ghosts that aren't doing you any good, and cut away all those thoughts that aren't serving you and that aren't for your better good, and they are getting in the way of going through pathways, through doorways. Thank you, Pisces. I love you very, very much. Let me know if that resonated with you. I went a little over my time, but I did it just for you because I love you. And I'll see you in May. I love you very, very much. Bye.